hopefully this 15-second burn doesn't cost this poor guy his life. Hopefully. It would be very nice to bring him home. But this is definitely going to be an expensive orbital adjustment. These kinds of orbits always are. This is exactly the wrong orbit for this job. You know that? I should be in an orbit that swings us back towards Kerbin, not an orbit that is perpendicular to Kerbin. I screwed up big time there. Oh, just a second. That's my wife. Probably texting me on her way home. Okay. I'll have to pause here in a moment and take care of that. I'm sure she's going to need some help with the groceries. But let's see how badly we are going to screw Kamler over here. 7 seconds on this side of the burn. Here we go. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kill. Alright, if that isn't over the bloody poles, I don't know what I'll do. But I'll be unhappy about something. I don't have a target set, do I? Wonder what that is. Okay. Alright. Pray for the survival of Kamler. Because... aren't you going to let me... Right. Time warp. East Crater? I don't know if I have East Crater or not. Crew report. I do not. I do. Sorry, I do. Not I do not. I do. Highlands. Midlands. Highlands. Here it comes. This is it. This has got to be it. Come on, polar something. Come on. This has got to be the poles. Polar lowlands, poles. Okay. Crew report and transmit. And then we'll, okay, so we're transmitting data for the poles. We missed the polar lowlands by a bit, but we'll pick those up in a moment, hopefully. Actually, I should not be time warping. I should be paying a little bit closer attention to things here. Oh, here we go. Especially with my batteries running down. Oh god, I'm bouncing back and forth between two different biomes here. Jeepers, those polar lowlands are going to be really hard to get. There we are. Crew report. Polar lowlands. Transmit the polar lowlands. 2 biomes. So that should be enough science to get something at the next tier of technology. And what I am thinking about doing is conducting some experiments with this new with the solar panels to see what exactly it takes to power a ship. And depending on what it takes, maybe I'll try and put a power station in orbit or something just for kicks. That could be amusing. Alright, we're looking for something like a polar crater now. Also, there's those lowland, those basins. I don't think I've gotten the 2 basin structures yet. So those might show up on the back side of the moon here. Battery-wise, we've still got 50% of the battery left, so we're not going to have issue with electricity. Life support is good too, so I'm not worried on that front. I don't know what part of the moon I'm over exactly, so let's see what we got here. Alright, we're coming back over the South Pole. Let's see if there's anything different down here. I don't think there is. The poles are going to be the poles, I think. So that's no big deal. And coming around, we've got Midland craters, we got those. Highland craters, we've got poles, we've got that already, so that's no big deal. Double check. Yeah, we got that one. Polar lowlands, we just transmitted. Correct. Correct. All right, so we'll bring her around. We're looking for, there's a crater. There's a couple craters we haven't gotten yet, and a basin of some sort. The Polar Basin, I think it was called. And that southwest crater we never seem to be able to hit. I can't recall if I actually managed to get that or not. Which crater is this? This is the east crater. We've already gone over this once. So if I don't see anything else on this pass, this orbit will probably not give me any other useful data. So if I'm missing that polar crater by just a little, that's it over there, isn't it? Poles, polar lowlands, poles, polar lowlands, highlands. Okay. I don't think we are going over anything of value here. We'll just do a quick loop around. I do believe that's the garage door opening. So here we go. All right. I'll be right back. I just got to pause for a second here. Just give me a second. And welcome back, everyone. I'm just reviewing a map of the moon to see if I'm actually going to go over anything useful. If I'm going over the east crater, I am very close. But if my calculations are correct, precession of the planet underneath me is going in exactly. Well, that's not as bad for a return to Kerbin as I thought it was going to be. But I'm going in exactly the wrong, precessing in exactly the wrong direction. So I don't think I'm going to manage to hit any of the features of importance. Now what I could do is quick save and process around and see if I'm actually going to hit something useful here. But yeah, you see the polar crater is over here. And my rotation around the planet is exactly wrong. So no, it's just not going to work. So I need to start planning my return burn. And I think that burn is going to be from down here while I'm swinging towards Kerbin. I think. No, okay, that doesn't, the physics of that do not work the way I expected. I need to burn while I am on the opposite side of the moon, ironically enough, to make this a safe return trip. I think. I also do need to burn actually in the direction of, nope. So which one do I need to adjust? I need to adjust. Whoa. That did not quite do what I expected it to do. I really have no idea if I'm doing this right, so. Alright, so I don't want to burn quite that much. I just need to burn just enough so I can get Kerbin capture. I think. Actually, if I can bring it down nice and low. Actually, that's not a bad burn. That's actually exactly where I want to be. If I can pull off that burn right there, that's almost perfect. A little lower, that'll be my, and then I can use my, if hopefully, that's kind of scary though. That's a bloody enormous. Maybe that's not the ideal way to do this. Let's see, lunar return. You don't want to wind up going faster than you have to. So we need to point ourselves towards Kerbin. lot less gas than that. See, that is coming in way wider than I would like. So if I bring it down lower on the orbit like that, that brings us into a nice plane, but still a long ways from Kerbin. That's better. Yeah, if I do that, that breaks orbit, puts us out of Lunar orbit into a Kerbin orbit, and then hopefully I can burn that periapsis down. Hopefully. Okay. Quick saving right there, because if this goes wrong, I'd rather have the opportunity to learn from my mistake. I was really hoping I could pick up a few extra biomes on this, but I, well, as usual, screwed up my orbit, such as it is. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 minutes, 3. I can't help counting down. It's not a great habit. All right, we need to burn at 15 seconds. Lock it on. Let's hope this works the way I think it's going to work. 16, 15. Here we go. Hopefully, this is not a disaster. He certainly doesn't look confident in my decision-making skills here. Granted, I'm not exactly inspiring confidence with the way I'm talking about it, so fair enough. Okay. How'd we do? Terrible. Now, where are we going to wind up here next? Apoapsis, 22 hours. And 22 hours means that's a full orbit, almost guaranteed. So where exactly are we going to intercept this orbit? 1 day? There it is. 3 hours. That's where we're going to encounter. And that's where we need to be to bring that periapsis down, 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 down. More, more, more. That's it. That's the best we can do for getting ourselves out of orbit. A little less than that. A little less than that. 40 should do. Yep, that's all we can do, guys. I think there's enough gas left in the tanks for this. And there's also a fair chunk of RCS. Actually, there's a huge amount of RCS fuel left. Way more than I've ever carried on one of these missions before. So that does give us another opportunity, shall we say. I just can't believe I missed all of the other important features other than the two polar. Man, it's an expensive mission for, you know, absolutely no data return. Kind of funny, but yeah, that's the way things go sometimes. With solar panels or some other fuel system, it might work better, but I just don't have the fuel to spare to do that yet. Okay, 3 hours for a 27-second burn, which may or may not work out the way I hope it does. Tons of battery power left, funny enough. 2 hours left. Under 1 hour. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Okay, we've just come out of retrograde burning. Could do this just about any time and get the same effect. In fact, we're going to do it here. Because the end effect is the same now that we are actually in Mooner or in Kerbin context. Come on. Let's bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Oh, we're gonna run out of fuel, aren't we? Yeah, we're running out of gas. But that's our RCS burn. Actually, we can monitor it here now. This number right here, we need to bring it down. If Kamler is to make it home alive, that number needs to be under, wow, under 30, so that we can hit the atmosphere. Yeah. Good news is there is an enormous quantity of fuel left. So I'm just going to hold this down for a little while here. Hope for the best. It's coming down nicely. You almost wish you could lock it on. Looks awfully happy right now, doesn't he? What's the moon look like right now? There it is. It appears that may have been a non-optimal departure from the moon, but I think we're going to make it home okay. I have confidence that this is actually going to work out the way I hope it's going to work out. We'll know in 5 hours. I think I've got enough electricity I could even survive an extra swing around the planet if worse came to worse. All right, we've crossed that 250,000 threshold, which is a good number. And we'll use the rest of the most of the rest of the RCS fuel here to bring that apoapsis down a few 100,000 meters when we're a little closer to the planet. Yeah, we're going to make it down under our threshold, no problem. Thank you, RCS, for... Thank you, physics, for working the way you do outside of a gravity well. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. All right, we are now hitting the atmosphere. We are now within the atmosphere. Yep, there it goes. And we want to bring her down as much as we can. 40, 30. That'll do. Okay. This is going to be an ugly re-entry. There's no way around it. It's going to be ugly, actually. Alright, just stabilize the ship. Let's not do any tumbling here. Let's just get ourselves a lot closer. Kill the engines. And let's warp ourselves a lot closer to the planet. We're coming in really wide here. Now, hopefully, I can find... We're only an hour out. We do not have enough battery left to do another swing around the planet. That much I can tell. So we need to find our retrograde marker. Hopefully. Get rid of this because it's meaningless now. There it is. And we need to burn retrograde to try and drop that apoapsis a whole bunch here. And hopefully do it without... You know what? Actually, heck, we'll just leave the spin going here. What we need to do is bring that down without adjusting our periapsis significantly. There we are. A little less than that. That should do it. Cool. We'll just keep spinning and we'll come pretty close to that. See, I don't want to hit this any harder than necessary because You know, I know the bladed shield has a lot of guts to it, but let's see, if the batteries on? They are. Okay, we actually need to take care of something else quite important right now. Before I forget and kill this poor bastard, because I neglected to turn the batteries off. So we need to do a quick... What was that? What was that? I don't know what that was, but it scared me. Let's see. Oh, there we are. Transfer in. We need to transfer a full battery into the command pod so that we don't have a round with death on the re-entry. And then we'll actually shut that battery down before we begin our final, because why we just went to all that trouble. Okay. Watching our periapsis here, because we don't want it to go down or up if we can avoid it. Yeah, I see we're bringing our periapsis up a bit more than I would like right now. No, we need to go further in the other direction. Now, the closer I am to retrograde, the more... There we are. If I can just find the sweet spot here, that'll keep the periapsis stable. Oh, that is definitely not it. We're close to it, but not on it. Definitely not on it. There we are. Come on, you. Okay, lock it on. There we are. That's pretty close to the sweet spot if I can just drift a little. In that direction, and then a little back in the other direction. Not bad. Not bad. At least we're trimming a little bit off of the final orbital hit here. Oh, I'm really close to a sweet spot here, though. Did you see that? That number just barely stabilized for me. Okay. Here we are. Doesn't matter that we're wobbling back and forth a bit. I mean, every little bit we trim off of here will help. We just need to make sure we do not go skipping through the atmosphere. Especially after we've ejected all of this in anticipation of our re-entry. Because that would suck. I just don't think it's going to do what I want it to do. And I could spend ages doing this. I actually should have done my initial orbital adjustment with RCS instead. But, okay, we're going to save here and see what happens. And if things go horribly, horribly wrong, maybe we'll quick save, reload, and try again. Here we come. Here we come. We need to make this our retrograde burn now. And we need to get ready to turn the power back onto our ship. Okay. 150, 140, here we go. Okay, we need to tip it just a little bit more up in this angle. for the re-entry itself. We need to definitely burn our speed off here because we get a lot more bang for our buck here. But I don't think it's doing a whole heck of a lot right now. And this is the point where I really do need to turn the batteries back on to my ship so that I don't pull the plug on him, so to speak. And we need to get ready to get rid of the base of our ship. See if we can burn off any more of this speed. Here we go. We are now exiting orbit, which means we need to get this base of our ship gone ASAP. Okay, well, let's kill it, and let's eject the core and hope for the best. This could... Uh-oh. This is actually one of the reasons why I had left that small thruster unit attached to this thing. And this could be extraordinarily bad. I hadn't thought of this little issue. Well, here we go. We're about to hit the lower atmosphere here. Got vertigo yet? Oh my, this is bad. This is very bad. Here we go. Oof. Just hold it together. Oh, geez, I'd be a little freaked. I cannot believe that this guy is doing as well as he is. Oh boy, that was freaky. I can't believe how much of that is still intact. Oh, there goes another piece. There goes another piece. It's a heck of a view, eh? Alright, well, we're burning off our last... That's all the batteries still intact there, and the RCS fuel. Actually, that was a better re-entry than most, wasn't it? I can't believe that's still intact. Hilarious. Nope. Still going. It is coming apart piece by piece, isn't it? Okay. This is actually not going too bad here. Coming in at a solid angle. It's kind of insane to think how much bloody speed this thing still has. Look at this. We are not losing speed, velocity, at a very high rate of speed, but we're also not... I don't think we're burning up too fast here, are we? I really can't tell. Really can't tell, because this is outside of my experience how this thing is coming in right now. And the funny thing is we're just skimming the atmosphere. We're only 7 minutes away from landing. Still have over half of our ablative shield left, so hopefully we're burning off enough speed here in the upper atmosphere. I can't tell, guys. I can't tell if we are going too fast or not for poor old Kamler to survive. Yeah. Interesting that this is actually coming in at a better angle. Or a worse angle, I don't know. what speed does the ablative shield stop burning up at? Because that's a really important question for me right now. Well, that's it. There is no more ablative shield, so if he's going to burn up and die, that's going to start happening anytime now. I think we're okay. In fact, I think we're so okay, I'm going to pull out those supersonic drag chutes now and hope that all is well with the world. I think he's coming home alive, guys. I really do. With a small amount of science, but science nonetheless. All right, we're coming in for our final. Oh, that was the sound of a chunk of spaceship crashing, I think. And we are going down. Bringing him home. Not the most exciting mission, but we accomplished our primary goal, which was to get our hands on a low-level solar panel to experiment with. I think that was a good goal to have. It's either that or the cheaper probe core. Bingo! We are home, alive and well. Let's recover that vessel and bring it back. I may have to do one more mission to the moon because I'm still missing a crap load of... Oh, I got some bonus science. 420 science, though. So I'm still missing, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 major biomes on the moon. At 30 science apiece is not enough for the next tier. It's also not enough for that. So I'm less worried about it now. This is actually a really hard decision because I need to pick something that's going to assist with the long-term plan, which is to get a lunar mission going here. Now, according to everything I know, this tier, everything in this tier should be enough to do a lunar mission successfully. Variable wavelength surface imaging scanner. Yeah, very expensive and uses a huge amount of electric charge. Prototype photovoltaic panels, electric charge 54 per hour. Big, heavy, inefficient, and extremely fragile. Best used with small probes with minimal energy requirements, but are likely exactly what we need to start exploring other planets. See, that's the other option, is to see if I can use those to kick a mission out further. And there's the next tier of Communicatron. It uses less energy to send more data in the same amount of energy to send more data. Now that probe core I was being told about is in... Is this it? It is lighter integrated SAS, 8-sided, 2 electric charge per minute versus... Where's the predecessor? This guy. Wow, almost less than half the energy. But that hasn't been the issue. Getting electricity is not my... Well, it is an issue. The other option is mainsail engines. Heavier, the next tier, solid boosters. A Rockomax skipper. Small engine. That's probably the Poodle's successor. And yeah, I'm going to have to think on this. You know what? I'm not going to make that decision right now. I really think I need to sleep on this, so to speak, because it's been a long day and I'm a little tired. As the lander can. Yeah, this tier here is definitely what is needed for the landing project. Alright guys, well I'm going to leave it at that for now. I'm going to think on that and I will pick you guys up in the next episode. Thank you all as always for watching. I will see you next time.